Today in vocabulary, we're going to look at vocabulary strategies that include the prefixes pre, inter, and ex. Remember, a prefix is added to the beginning of a base word or root, and it changes the meaning of the word. The prefix pre, like prefix, means before. The prefix inter means between or among, and the prefix ex means outside or no longer. Many of these prefixes, including the three I just mentioned, come from Latin. Look at this sentence that you have on your screen. Leaders came from all over the world to sign the Intercontinental Treaty. I see the word continent. We're going to work on this word right here. Intercontinental. And in this word, I see the word continent. I know that continent means one of the 7 main land areas of the world, but I'm not sure what the prefix inter means. The context tells me that leaders came from all over the world to sign an agreement. So intercontinental must mean between continents. What else can we do if we need to figure out what a word means if I'm looking at the word parts and looking around the word and it doesn't help? We can always look in a dictionary. There are several wonderful online dictionaries, or you could use a hard, like an actual book, a physical book dictionary to help you figure out what words mean that you might not understand, even after you look at the word parts and look around the word for things that you might know. Now let's read Muir Woods. Muir Woods is a great place to interact with nature. The roads leading to the forest are steep and winding. A precaution such as slowing down may make your trip safer. Prearrange your trip so you arrive early in the morning. While it can be fun to intermingle with other tourists, you can experience the silent woods all by yourself if you get there early. You may want to exclaim at the beauty of the majestic redwoods. However, if you are quiet, you may get to see how animals such as black-tailed deer and spotted fawns intermix at this special place. Many people express their love of Muir Woods to friends and family. Now we have a word web at the bottom of this projectable. And we want to find all of the words that have prefixes pre, inter, and ex from the passage, and then use them to complete our web. So we're not actually going to do this unless you would like to. You can get a sheet of paper. If webs are your thing, you can totally do that. Let's look at the words though, and let's identify the prefix and base word or root, all right, so that we can see the prefix as we go through here, okay? So our first word is interact. In interact, we have the prefix, oops, I didn't get it all, enter, okay? It's one of the prefixes we're working with. And the next word that's in bold is precaution. Our prefix is pre. The next word that we have is prearrange. You can identify our prefix. All right. To prearrange, we know that pre means before. So you're arranging something before. You're arranging beforehand. Okay, and precaution is you're taking the caution before you start driving. Okay. Now interact is a little bit different because we're acting between or among the people or the woods. Okay. Same thing with intermingle, which is our next word. We're mingling between and among people and other tourists. Okay. The next word is exclaim. Here we have our prefix X. Remember, X means outside or no longer. So exclaim You may want to exclaim or, yeah, you are going to not be able to hold it in anymore. You have to exclaim it. It's got to come out. It's got to come outside of your body. You're going to have to yell it. Okay? And then we have intermix and express. Let's turn to page 303 in your reader's notebook to check for understanding with the prefixes that we've been talking about here in vocab today. So each sentence shows a word in parentheses with the prefix pre, enter, or x in parentheses. You're going to use each word in parentheses and your own words to complete each of the sentences. Okay? So if we read through the backs, we have prearrange, precaution, interact, international, intermingle, exceed, ex-mayor, and intercontinental. Okay, so let's do the first one together. So our word is prearrange, and I will call you to... Okay, so now we need to finish the sentence. I will call you to prearrange the plans for our trip. Okay, notice how I didn't have to rewrite the whole sentence. I just needed to keep it going. I will call you to, and then I'm going to use our word, prearrange the plans for our trip, period. All right, so you're going to follow that example for the rest of these sentences using the prefix words in parentheses and finishing each sentence. Make sure to have your learning adult check your sentences to make sure you use the word correctly.